We are back with our movie R&D, Toy Story 4.
Yes.
Toy Story 4 is a 2019 American computer animated comedy film produced by Pixar Studios and for Walt Disney Pictures. Starring Tom Hanks, Tim Allen, Andy Potts, Tony Hale, and Keanu Reeves is making waves lately.
What a stud.
Yeah. Want to make a comeback. You didn't really heard of Keanu for a while, except for the John Wick stuff.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, he's a big star again.
He's got to be a good person, I guess.
So how's this movie doing? It has a worldwide release of $238 million. This was a few days ago, so it's probably up past that by now.
Yeah.
But the budget was between 190 to 200, so they're already in the profit margin.
Good.
So it's looking good for Toy Story 4. Now this is old, like Toy Story franchise. I wasn't thinking how old it was until I remembered the Christmas you had.
Yep.
When you were super little. You 3?
I think the movie came out when I was like in 1995.
Yeah, you were super young, and you got a Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah, I think we still have the video somewhere.
Oh, please give me the video if you
I
see
hope
it.
we have
I'll
it.
copy it and give it back. But Andrew, my stud of a son, opens up a Buzz Lightyear for Christmas and loses his shit.
Dude.
You started singing and dancing to the thing, man. You were so happy. That was like the greatest father moment you could have, seeing your son so happy on Christmas.
Still remember it.
Yeah.
It just looked exactly like how it did in the freaking movie. It was amazing.
You lost your mind, which was awesome. But you love Toy Story, right?
Yeah, still do.
Yeah. What's your favorite? Don't consider this one yet because we haven't talked about it. What is your favorite Toy Story?
My favorite Toy Story. That's tough because I love them all so much. I love 3, but I grew up with the first 2. So it's probably one of those 2. Man, I don't know. It's hard. It's between 1 and 2, but they're really close. I can't tell, honestly.
You don't have to pick. It's just stressing you out.
1 or 2. It is stressing me out.
Don't worry. You don't have to pick. You're allowed to like stuff equally.
Maybe I do like them equally.
Yeah.
I think I do.
So a movie R&D is a review and discussion. So we are going to talk about spoilers. There's not a lot to spoil, but there's some. And I'd suggest not listening to these spoilers if you haven't watched the movie yet. Go out and watch it and come back and join us later after you've seen the movie.
Yes. I just hate getting spoiled. I feel like you don't get the experience if you already know what's going to happen.
Yeah, even little stuff. Like, I don't want to know anything. Going in.
I don't even like to watch trailers anymore because I feel like they just freaking tell you like everything.
Especially Netflix trailer. Did you ever watch a Netflix trailer? Watch the I Am Mother one now. It's like the whole movie.
Are you serious?
Yeah. All their trailers are like that now. They're just like, it's either a 30-second snippet of the movie, which is a terrible trailer in and of itself, or it's like small parts of the whole movie.
Yeah.
Oh, I freaking
That's
hate
screwed
it.
up.
Yeah. Anyway, that's your spoiler warning. 3, 2, 1. All right. Let's
Here we
get
go.
into it. What'd you think?
Freaking amazing.
Did you like it?
Yeah. Well, I think we are all agreeing that the third movie was like a really good end for the series back in the day when it came out.
Yeah, it definitely kind of wrapped up the whole story in a nice, neat little bow.
Yes. And with that being said, though, I think this is almost the perfect way to keep it going.
I was scared not scared, but when the trailer come out for this, it didn't look too good to me. Mm-hmm. I'm like, just what you said. I'm like, man, they just left it on such a good note with 3. Mm-hmm. Why make another movie? Well, we know why, money, of course. But what kind of story are they going to be able to tell that's going to not make it seem forced?
Yeah,
they did. They found it.
It was amazing.
Yeah, this movie was really good. It was really good. Of course, the voice acting is good. You got some heavyweights in there. Yep. Tom Hanks, Tim Allen, all these people. Keanu Reeves. Actually, he was my least favorite.
Really?
Yeah, I just didn't like the character. I didn't think it was that funny. Like, people were loving him, though. They're loving the character. I just didn't think he was that. I thought he could have been funnier.
Yeah, he didn't stand out to me.
Yeah. But, this movie is amazing. It has a great story about being lost and finding your purpose in life.
Yes.
And I felt like, after thinking about it, like, that was a good end to Andy's story, Toy Story 3. Mm-hmm. And this is a good end, maybe an end, to Woody's story.
Yeah,
it's definitely it's definitely a good way to give him a purpose by the end of this movie. You know, it's a good way to keep his story going. Because now this one may not be the end of Woody's story.
Well, we know it's not the end of Forky's story.
What'd you think of Forky?
He was hilarious.
I thought he was going to be so stupid, and he was probably my favorite character in the movie.
Really?
He was so funny.
Trash.
Trash. And just the little mannerisms they gave him and stuff. The way he even walked, like he waddled because his legs don't move.
Yeah.
Like, just everything about him, I fucking loved him.
Like, on falling apart the whole time.
Yeah, because the kid made him. Yeah.
Yeah.
The rules are always so sporadic. Like, you don't know what the rules are in Toy Story. They never really explain them.
Like, can people hear them? I don't know. I don't know how it works.
They don't. And it's like I think it was a post-credit scene. Yeah, it was a post-credit scene where she made Knifey or whatever. I don't know if they named it.
Yeah,
and she's like, "How am I alive?" He's like, "I have no idea."
yeah.
It's like they're acknowledging. Hey, we don't know. I freaking love it. But you had them one toys, the new. I don't even remember. It was the duck and the purple thing.
Oh, Duck and Bear. I forget what their names are.
Yeah, I did too. But like they were talking about like letting people see them, like when they were kind of doing their funny stories and stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm like, are they allowed to do that? Is there a rule?
Like, how does that work?
And the other thing was like Forky, when someone walked in, he don't know the rule. He wants to be trash. He wants to go
why
live in
wouldn't he just go walk around and do whatever he wants to do?
He'd fall down like a toy. So I don't know. Whatever.
Whatever.
Don't need to know, but I thought it's funny.
Because like in the. Like, I don't know what you want to call it, when they were in the RV and they were trying to get them to stay so they can get to the carousel so all the rest of the toys can get into the RV.
Yeah.
Like they were just straight up yelling.
Yeah, they could hear them.
Yeah.
So they could hear them then.
It's like, what?
It's so weird.
It didn't bother me at the time, I guess, but now that I think about it, it's just like, what's going on here?
Yeah, that's Toy Story.
I don't know. I still freaking love this movie.
Oh, I love this movie. What'd you think of the antagonist, the doll?
Well, I thought they like humanized her. She wasn't just like some bad person or toy.
Yeah.
Like she actually had purpose for what she did.
She did. She like, I mean, she's still kind of evil in some of the ways she did things.
Yeah.
But she wasn't like a super evil person.
She's just like a hurt person.
Yeah, who's kind of lashing out the wrong way.
Yeah.
By trying to take Woody's voice box. But
like whenever most people are like angry, resentful people, it's just because they usually had something missing in their lives, you know?
Yeah.
And she was missing the love and affection of a human, like a kid.
Yeah, which is like the ultimate goal for all these toys is to, make a kid's life better.
They would just want to find their purpose.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And the one part where she finally gets the voice box and because there's a kid during the movie, I haven't seen it yet, that she wants to be that kid's toy.
Mm-hmm.
And she got the voice box. She plays the voice box. The kid notices the doll. She picks it up. And the grandmother says, "You can have that if you want." She goes, "No, I'm good," and throws it.
Yeah. Well, they built it up so much because, like, now that I have your voice box, she will love me.
Yeah.
And nope, not so much.
And they did a good job because the kid was like, "Oh," her face looked like, "Oh, she's gonna love this doll," and she just threw it right in the damn box. Like,
Eat.
Oh man. But you felt for I kind of felt bad for her because even though she was being an asshole, that was her big moment, and she just wanted to have the love of a child,
Yeah.
And it just got tossed. She had no purpose in her life at that point.
She was like done. She was ready to give up. Were they trying to be funny? Because it made me laugh out loud, literally, in the theater. Because it was just so like unexpected to me, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it was funny. I laughed my ass off. Yeah. But then I immediately felt bad when it cut to her when Woody went over to her to check on her. And she was sad. Yeah. And she's like, "You can have your voice box back." And you're like, she's not too evil.
Yeah.
Like, she could have kept it and saved it for something else later.
Yeah. That all worked out in the end, I guess.
Yeah, she gets her child at the end, which I like that whole scene. Like they were trying. She was scared. She was afraid of getting rejected again, and they kind of had to nudge her to do her thing. I don't know. So there was a lot of good, like, story, like good,
like life lessons almost.
Life lessons, yeah, yeah.
It's just, I feel like these movies, like when they're good, they actually kind of teach you about your life.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like sometimes you doesn't work out the way you want it, but in the end, you can find your purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and sometimes it's not where you think it is, and that's like kind of Woody's story.
Yeah.
Like he had no purpose. It's like if you haven't watched it yet, he's what's the daughter's name? Oh god, the sister, Andy's sister.
Oh gosh,
I don't know why I can't think today. But he was given to Andy's sister, but she doesn't play with him. He's locked in the closet a lot while everyone else is getting played with. And Woody feels like he lost his purpose in life. Mm-hmm. And by the end, he never thought, but he found a new purpose.
It was like way different than what he thought it was going to be.
Yeah. And and I liked the ending. A lot of people said it was really sad, and it was. I thought they could have. That's the one complaint I have is I thought they could have given him a better goodbye to Buzz and everyone.
Yeah.
I thought, I don't know. I don't know. It didn't hit me like I thought it should. Like, he's never going to see them toys again.
Yeah. And they've been through a lot.
Yeah. So I thought, I like to see a little bit more of an emotional goodbye.
Yeah.
Instead of like a hurry up, we got to get back goodbye,
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense for the scene, but they could have made it work somehow.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it is what it is. I still love the movie. Like, that doesn't kill it at all.
Mm-hmm.
I not grew up, but I watched all these movies too with great love, and I just wanted, I was sad to see Woody leave Buzz.
I was very sad.
Yeah,
very sad.
Christy was tearing up.
Yeah, I almost cried.
Did you?
I don't know, because it's like my whole childhood, literally. Like,
yeah,
like since I was conceived, like it's been around.
it has been.
So it's like it's as old as me.
A lot of people said it was a super tragic movie, and I did not get that at all. I thought it was a very positive movie.
Yeah.
I mean, life ain't always easy, and like Buzz learns these lessons, and he moves on, and I think he's in a really good place at the end of this movie.
Oh, yeah. Bo Peep wasn't even really a part of the third movie at all.
Yeah.
And I didn't consider her to be like a huge character, but she's definitely iconic. And I didn't, I was like, where's she at, man? Like, why wasn't she in this movie?
Yeah.
So it was nice to see someone from the original movies come back.
It was, and I liked her character. I liked like how her attitude's a little bit different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She changed, grew. You don't really get to see so much of your favorites, though. Like,
no, they were kind of stuck in the RV the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's mostly just Woody and Bo Peep and a lot of the new characters.
Yeah.
I mean, Buzz is a part of it, but I even feel like he was almost just like
he was just a little shortchanged.
Yeah, he was almost just like an extended cameo in a way. I don't know.
He really was. He didn't do much.
Yeah.
Like, he was in some more scenes than the other dolls, but like not very important scenes.
Yeah.
I
don't know.
Yeah, they could have not had Buzz in this movie, and it would have been pretty much the same movie.
Yeah, because those other teddy bears and stuff, they would still got it.
Yeah, but again, I loved it. I liked Woody's journey in this movie.
Me too.
I freaking loved it.
Well, first of all, like, god dang, it just was beautiful. Like, the actual like CGI was amazing.
Yeah, the old Toy Story, they didn't try to show the outside too much. I read an article a long time ago because the CGI wasn't that good yet.
Mm-hmm.
Man, a lot of this movie is outside, and it is beautiful. Like, it is so good looking.
One of the first scenes you see, like, the RC car, I forget his name. He's like stuck in like the rut on the road, and the water's like taking him away. Mm-hmm. That looked amazing.
It did.
And even like the raindrops and all of that, it almost looked like real.
It did. It looked that good. It was super good looking. The dolls looked a lot. Not that they ever look bad. They always look good. But man, you could just tell that they were updated and looked really good. Just small details, but enough to make them pop better on screen. The details in Forky were ridiculous.
Yeah.
Just with the eyes that there's a little old toy eyes.
The googly eyes.
Googly eye, yeah. Like, they moved around so realistically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's funny.
Usually, I feel like these movies, the textures usually look like plasticky or shiny or something.
Yeah.
But like everything looked realistic. Like the wood looked like wood. Like it was rough looking.
Yeah.
And they even like simulated like lenses like for the cameras.
Yeah.
Like in one scene, I know like there's a special movie trick where you move the camera towards the character as you're like zooming out to give you like a really epic like it just warps like the scene around them.
Yeah.
And they even simulated that. They simulated like bokeh with like usually if your camera is a low aperture, you get like distortion, you get like it blurs like the surrounding, and they even like simulated the lights. It was I don't know. It's all camera stuff. It's just oh my god. It was just really appreciated.
Yeah.
Not gonna talk too long about it. But
you can. I was listening because I'm interested in that stuff.
It's just I don't know, man. It's ridiculous.
What else was going on in that movie? I loved the music. Obviously, was really good.
Yeah,
it was very Toy Story-ish.
Yeah. What's that dude's name? That you got a friend in me. He made another song for this. Walt. I don't know. I forget. That's terrible. See, I'm not good with names. All right.
I'm not either. I guess I should take better notes, but we kind of like to do things off the cuff here at Culture Pop.
Yeah, we didn't really plan this out too much. We just going.
That's what I like about this podcast. We don't want to be a professional podcast. We just kind of want to talk. This is a family talking about a movie. We all do it,
Yeah. Like I feel like a lot of good moments come out just talking.
Yeah, we don't plan very much. We have very minor notes about, and that's just usually who made it and who started it.
Yeah, like every once in a while I'll have a couple bullet points just to keep us on track a little bit.
Yeah.
But,
we'll get off on tangents like this one.
Yep, exactly.
But yeah, I thought the music was great. It always is in these Toy Story movies. I thought the inside of the store where a lot of the movie took place that was indoors looked super great.
Man.
Like, it was like so creepy looking. It looked like an antique store. Even with the dust and things like that. It looks so good. And the glass cabinets and everything. And like when someone was on the other side of the glass, it looked like they were on the other side of the glass.
Yep.
You know?
Even like distort a little bit because glass isn't perfect.
Yep.
I thought all the jokes were good.
Yeah, it was funny.
It was funny.
Everything with Forky made me lose my mind. Like, seriously.
Yeah.
I was trying not to embarrass you. I was going to laugh so out loud so many times. I didn't. I did sometimes.
Yeah, me too. It's hard because it was great.
Yeah.
It was just freaking great.
That damn thing cracked me up so much. What else can we go on? There ain't a lot to spoil. I mean, really, the movie's a journey for Woody going. He's trying to get back to the girl, and it's a point you realize that's not his purpose anymore. Mm-hmm. She's happy. She has her toys. And at the end, he's going to go off with the carnival and help those toys find children. And I think that's great.
That is a great end for him.
Beautiful end for Woody. This could end right now, and it'd be great.
Yeah.
I'd be fine with that.
I don't want to say that because, they're probably going to make another one somehow.
Well, they're already killing a profit, so yeah, they're probably going to make another one.
Yep.
But I don't know how they do another one. Maybe you go on the road with Woody.
It's either you go with Woody or you go with Buzz and them, I guess.
Yeah. And I think you have to go with Woody because you've seen Buzz is going back to the girl. We've seen that story a bunch of times, like that, at least that environment so many times already, 3 times.
Yeah.
So if you go back there, we're just going to get more of, she'll be the new Andy and they'll have a new story about that. But we've seen it. You go with Buzz, now we're going on a carnival. We can go to different places and kind of a different story,
You mean Woody?
Oh yeah, Woody. Yeah.
Had to catch you on that.
Yeah, thank you. I'm tired. But if we go with Woody, then you can tell a whole kind of different stories.
Yeah, like something you haven't seen before.
I don't want to be that guy because I don't get fatigue. People are like Star Wars fatigue and all this shit. I'm like, no, just make a good Star Wars movie.
Yeah, like if you just do it good, keep them coming, man.
Yeah, so I don't want to say I don't want to see another Toy Story because I didn't want to see this one and I loved it.
Yeah.
So I'm open to another one. I think I'd rather see Woody's side, but I think whatever. But then we don't get Forky, and I love Forky.
Maybe we'll still get all those other toys and stuff in the Forky TV show.
Yeah, so if you guys don't know, there's here's one of our notes, a 10-episode short-form series, Forky Asks a Question, and it will debut exclusively on Disney Plus at November 12th. And also a short film titled Lamp Life, which will go in a little bit more about where Bo Peep was before she reunited with Woody. So in that downtime, where we wonder where she was at.
Yeah.
A little show about that.
Okay, that's interesting.
Disney Plus looks better every second I see something about it.
If they can just retain the quality of this movie, I'm all for it.
Oh my god! Well, even with the Forky stuff, it's probably going to be like
I'm okay if the CGI doesn't look as good and stuff.
Yeah, I don't think it'll look as good and stuff, and I think it'll be small stories. But I think I'll enjoy that because I really like that character. I thought
great.
It was funny.
Well, I mean, honestly, they have all the models already. They have a lot of the environments already made.
Yeah,
I'm sure you could probably reuse that stuff.
Oh, I would almost bet these are already done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would think they'd already done them.
So maybe that's how they will continue the story, just through this TV show.
Yeah, and if they do good, maybe you'll see a Toy Story 5 in about 4 years.
Yeah.
This is a franchise that doesn't rush anything. It does take its time.
Yeah.
But there's a lot more power behind Disney nowadays, so we'll see what they do.
Just depends how good Disney Plus goes, I guess.
I cannot think of anything. What about there was the one joke that I didn't think it was too funny until it paid off.
Yeah.
You remember that one? What was that?
Let's frame your dad for murder and send them to jail or something like that.
Yeah, the first time, and I was like, that's not very toy-like. All right.
Yeah, that did not make me haha at all.
No, I was like, that's kind of a weird joke. And then the second time he did it, I'm like, man, what?
All right, just let it die already.
And then the dad gets handcuffed to go to jail. And he's like, oh, dad's going to jail. Then it was super funny.
Because those were all just build-ups for the one joke at the end, and it was freaking great.
That was really well done. That was like the one joke. I'm like, wow, they're misfired the hell out of this joke.
Exactly.
And then it still paid off.
I just feel like literally, like the pacing was perfect. Everything looked perfect. Music was perfect.
I was never sitting around being like, all right, let's get to the next important thing,
I'm glad they took their time.
They kept changing environments too, because first you were at the house, and then you were on the road, and then you were at the carnival, then you were in the antique store. So like it wasn't set all in one room, like like the older movie. Mm-hmm. So great movie,
freaking phenomenal.
You used to say, you ready to rate this bad boy?
I think so.
All right. So how we do it on Culture Pop is we scale it on a scale of 1 to 10. And we never theme it in our minds before we get on this thing.
I got up on the spot, I guess.
So 10 being what?
10 being finding your purpose in life.
Finding your purpose in life. I can't think of anything bad at even.
Losing your voice box.
Okay, 1 is losing your voice box. Perfect. 5 being average. I'm gonna go first because this is your baby. Mm-hmm. I love this movie. Really, I don't have to do a big review recap because I think I've said everything I want to say. There's no negative to me in this movie. Nothing I disliked at all. Like, even the things I thought I was going to dislike turned into payoffs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I thought it looked beautiful. It sounded beautiful. I love the messages in the story. I love Woody's journey from beginning to end. I love the change he has to decide to make at the end. And sometimes change is tough, but he makes the decision, and he's going to probably have a more fruitful life because of it.
Mm-hmm.
This is a perfect kids and adult movie. Like,
Yeah.
I think anybody can watch this and enjoy it. I'm going to go ahead and give this, man, this is tough. Man, this is tough.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what to do here.
I am very curious. I know what I'm rating it, but I don't know if we're on the same page.
I mean, it's a 9 or a 10. Like,
Okay.
I'm not. I just don't know what. This is where the decimals. If I, you know, I'm not
I mean,
a
we
decimal
use 'em.
guy. I know. 'Cause I almost don't want to give it a complete. Man, I'd really want to save 10s for like movies. I mean, that blow me away. Like, and this one did to a point. Man, it's so freaking. If I did decimals, it'd be a 9.5. No problem. So I'm like, it's like pop or bust.
Hard decision.
Hard decision. I'm gonna go ahead and do a 9 because I have a feeling you're gonna give this thing the ultimate score. You know, and that'll lead us into a 9.5. Because there are some. Man, I don't know. Is there room for improvement in this?
Well, I mean, there must be something if you're like questioning it.
Yeah, maybe. There's just maybe something. You know what it is? It's just because for me, in the movies I like to watch, this isn't in that genre, honestly. And I love Toy Story. But, like, I don't get hyped about Pixar movies.
Yeah.
You know, like Lion King I love, and I can't wait to watch this live version. Yeah, I'm scared to watch it, but I can't wait because I liked Lion King so much. But, like, it'd never be a 10 for me because it's not like, I like thrillers and horror movies and drama. You know, I like kind of shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give it a 9.
Okay, that's fair. I think we already alluded to this, but I'm giving it a 10.
Yeah, I knew you would.
It's,
And I don't blame you at all. This is a great movie. Go ahead.
this franchise just means so much to me. That's why I'm okay with people calling me Andy, because, you know, Andy from the freaking Toy Story movies, and, you know, my name's Andrew. You know, I hope you know that by now. So it's ever since I was born, this movie's been like my favorite thing of all time.
Yeah.
And it's just all the bull crap, like the screw ups with these franchises that we love so much, like, you know, Men in Black, Star Wars, whatever. It's just so amazing to see a movie that's being continued, and it's just done so well. Like, I appreciate you. I love you. I love you, Toy Story.
Let me leave the room for it.
I might start crying right here.
It's okay. This franchise does mean a lot to you. It always has.
But it was just, I don't know. Couldn't think of a better way to keep it going.
Mm-hmm.
And if they can just keep this up, keep it going. I'm okay with that. I had something else to say, but I can't think of anything. I just think, you know, if you're a kid and maybe, you know, you don't have the best influences in life, sometimes this is all you have. Just movies and cartoons and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like they're doing good work here. Maybe it's not really realized, but I feel like just the messages from this movie could really help a lot of people out. And I want to promote this. I want to support that.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just amazing. It inspires me to be a better person, even though it's just a kid's movie.
No, it has a real message in it.
I think it's just really powerful. If you do it right, take your time, you can make something really impactful that really improves the world. And it could be something you like doing. You know, these people are just artists and stuff, writers, and they're like making a difference in the world doing what they love to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I like that.
That is fair. Man, you're making me like, maybe I should 10 this thing.
I don't know. I thought about this, I guess, a lot.
I did too. And the movie does have a very positive, powerful message. And like, I love that because this is a negative world. And I hate seeing everything always being so negative all the time. And this really promotes, I mean, people are calling this tragic. And I just don't think they understand the message of this movie.
I'm not going to judge you, but I'm definitely giving it a 10. I just think it's amazing. And I really appreciate it because I'm usually pretty negative with stuff. I'm like, I'm not getting my hopes up for that. It's just going to be garbage.
Yeah.
I guess my standards are just like almost nothing right now. And just to see something like this good that really means this much to me is just really a breath of fresh air.
It is. Shit, I don't know what to do. I already did it, I guess. I can't go back.
It is set in stone.
The thing I think in my head, I looked at it compared to Endgame, and this movie has a way better message, actually.
Yeah.
But like Endgame was a 10 for me because I really...
They're like just different.
They're because that's the kind of genre of stuff I like to watch more than like,
Yeah.
you know, animation or whatever. I mean, I can't change that. That's our hardcore rule. But this movie, it's a 9.5 all day. I think Christy was going to 10 it too, honestly. So we're like, what, 9.75 at that point? That's
that's a really good score.
That's the highest score we've ever given something on Culture Pop, I believe. Even Spider-Man and the Spider-Verse, I think it was 10.99.
Did we give Endgame all 10s?
Oh yeah, we might have given Endgame all 10s. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
second highest,
and that's big because I take it kind of serious when I rate it, as you can tell.
Yeah.
And so do you, and so does Christy. So that's a great score for a great movie. If you haven't, check this movie out. Shame on you for listening to this right now. Like, go out and watch it though. Support this movie. It does have a good message. Let your kids see this movie. You know, it will leave an impression on them. And that's it for today.